Fit for Life Radio, episode number 183. Your host here, I'm Gary.
And I'm Will.
And today, we're going to be talking about a topic that everyone's probably familiar with.
Yeah.
And we want you to help you feel even more confident. And that is protein bars. That was setting the tone.
That was slick.
For the mysterious world of protein bars.
How do you pick them? Which ones are good?
Yeah. Supplements in general, right? The supplement industry is not regulated.
No.
So they can put whatever they want in there and say whatever they want, and it can be completely wrong.
Make whatever claims they want. Ish.
So we'll start with that, right? So that's where having reputable brands or brands that are third-party tested, brands where you can know the owner, walk through their facilities.
Yeah. That's crucial, because there's been some companies where they make a claim and it's not tested, and then it comes out that like none of it was even true.
Yeah, so like someone could say they have...
hey, this is a perfect example, Lenny and Larry's. Do you remember
the cookies?
The cookies.
So Lenny's and Larry cookies, and
which we've reviewed before.
Protein cookies, and they said there's like 18 grams of protein in them, and eventually they were tested, and they were like basically they were like basically just regular cookies.
Just a cookie, and they got in trouble, and they had to change their formula, and their cookies are terrible now.
Everyone used to eat them, but these are good.
Yeah,
man.
like there's no way this has 20 grams of protein in it, and they were right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the stuff that can happen if things aren't third party tested and all that.
So, and then why would you eat a protein bar? So some people struggle to hit their protein goals. Some people don't like a lot of meat. Some people need, like, preparing food for every meal is tough. So it typically comes down to you want to hit your protein and you need some convenience and or
something easy to eat.
Satisfy the sweet tooth, easy to eat.
Yep. There's no magic in a protein bar. Yeah. But it can be real helpful.
Now, there's everything out there. Now you throwing protein in there.
There's protein everything.
So it becomes like a marketing thing, like gluten-free stamp, right? It's like high protein stamp. And there's nuance. Like a perfect example is something like pork rinds. Yeah. Right? Now they market like, oh, high proteins, but it's all there's no the essential amino acids that you need aren't in pork rinds. It's all like collagen type, so glycine and things like that are non-essential your body makes. So technically what I'm getting at is you want to count, if you're having that as like a protein part of your meal, you're missing the benefits of getting the essential amino acids and getting that protein synthesis spike. So it's kind of like protein you wouldn't count as protein per se.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be like the protein you get from broccoli. It's just not, I'm not counting it.
Mm-hmm. And it can count towards your daily total, but when we say like build each meal around protein,
that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not that base, right?
5 pounds of broccoli.
That you would want your protein to be, as far as it's called the quality of the protein.
Yeah.
Which is getting those essential amino acids that your body can't make and you can only get from food. So if you're using a protein bar for your source of protein with a meal or snack, we want to help you make a good decision. Now, in general, we'll start with, if most people, so we know 50 grams a day for most people is the minimum for like not like
for not wasting
away, right? So, and if you're active at all, I mean, we would argue even if you're not, there's still benefits to having more than that. But then for most people, if you're listening, you're exercising, you're doing stuff, you're going to want more, right? So we like to have people aim for 100 grams a day.
Yeah.
At a minimum, we'll say 75. So you're having 3 meals a day with protein. You really want to be aiming for about, and we've also talked about this in other podcasts, 25 grams-ish per meal, because then that's kind of the threshold as well to where you trigger protein synthesis, which has benefits
Yeah.
and such. And then if you're having 3 protein-based meals, 25 grams, there's 75 grams of protein.
Bada bing, bada boom.
You get at least kind of to that threshold. And then if you're getting some of that miscellaneous protein from broccoli and other things,
rice and
that's
all
going to
that.
help put you to 100,
Yep.
right? So getting like 75 grams of that good.
That good.
And that's where, and what sparked us wanting to do this podcast, like you can get tripped up if something just has protein bar on it and you just kind of grab it.
You could be getting anything.
A lot of them, they have like 8 grams of protein, right? And then they'll have more carbs. There'll be like a Snickers bar with.
It's like more carbs and fat than protein.
Yeah. And it's kind of defeating the purpose, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And then also sometimes you pay $4 for those. And then when you break it down, understand that protein is the most expensive macronutrient, right? So stuff that's made out of just carbs and fats is cheap. Whereas pretty much anything with protein is you're paying a premium. So then down if some of these bars you're like paying a premium, but for only 7 grams of protein, and it's something that's going to be like a staple. That adds up as kind of a ripoff.
Yeah, you want it to be like a good, I guess protein economy is what we're talking about here.
So today we're going to cover protein bars, and we're going to cover kind of the price, protein economy. We're going to cover the actual, this will kind of go into that, the economy, but the amounts, like so per bar that you're trying to get of protein, what the rest of the bars like, so making sure you're not getting into candy bar range with the carbs and fats, which then will defeat the purpose too. And then also actual taste and enjoyment. So, and then hopefully you'll leave feeling confident that you can pick something on your own, but kind of know what you're looking for, right? Or you could just take our recommendations and get those as well. So, for protein economy, first let's start with what's the cheapest protein. So, and again, we're talking about high quality protein. So that's going to be things that equal up to giving you the essential amino acids that you need. So that's going to be any animal food and then combinations of certain plant foods. So normally when you see like a vegan protein bar, it's going to be a
combo
of plants, but if it's a good one, it should add up to, the amino acids you need in a decent amount.
Yes.
But say for the most part, the cheapest protein is typically like, probably like chicken breast that, because sometimes you could get for $2 a pound. And so if we know we're trying to hit that 25-ish grams of protein, so that's about 4 ounces of chicken. So if it's $2 a pound, you're looking at 50 cents. For 25 grams of protein. Now that's obviously a thing at the grocery store. That's going to be the cheapest you have to get. So that gives us a bottom of like,
it gives us a reference point.
Hey, 50 cents for 25 grams of protein is the floor. And now you have to cook that chicken is plain, but that gives you like that. And then in general, most decent protein powders, so a scoop of say like a whey protein, 25-ish grams of protein, normally is between $1 to $2 a serving.
Yep.
Right. So we'll say $2. That gives you kind of an idea. So now obviously you're paying for convenience, some of the processing. That's why it's already prepared. So now you see 50 cents to like $1 to $2-ish. And then a protein bar is going to be the most expensive because it all has packaging. It has other things added to it.
Stable. It's
going to be more. Hey, look at this fancy flavor and all that, right? So there's going to be more that goes into it. So a protein bar, keep this in mind if you're looking at like something for like a staple in your day, is always going to be the least cost efficient for way of getting that protein, right? So typically down for 25-ish grams of protein, anywhere from like $2 to $3 is probably going to be, will be really good for a protein bar, right? And that's where you'll see where we get into it. Some of these will be tricky because they'll be like lower protein and still like $3.
Yeah.
So
or
then
close
technically,
to $4.
say it's 8 grams of protein, you'd have to eat 3 of them to get 25 grams of protein. You're looking at, $12, right?
$9. You could have gotten
another bar,
a meal somewhere.
Yeah, a meal somewhere, or let's pick a protein bar that's a little more feasible.
Yes.
So yeah, that's where you're going to see most protein bars in general, but are going to be between $2 and $4 anyways. So let's try to make sure if we're spending $2 to $4, we're getting that 25 grams of protein, 20 to 25. And so that's kind of price. Now, taste is going to be obviously subjective, and there's different types, and we'll go over them. Like some of them are made kind of with like almost like the Rice Krispie, those little like crisps, and they're going to have a completely different feel than some are more try to be like candy bar like, and they'll have like a chocolate coating and stuff like that. So that's ultimately going to be personal preference, and where you just try different stuff and see what you like. I will say, for me, because I've been eating different. I don't mind like artificial sweeteners. Sometimes I can can enjoy them. So some are going to be way more, have that kind of taste or flavor or whatever. So it just depends. And then there's some that won't use those, right? And they'll just use a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
And they'll taste way better. And if it's, in the full context, there's nothing wrong with that. I'd actually prefer 5 grams of sugar versus like being loaded with tons of different things. And the other nuanced thing that's important, we think, with protein bars, if you eat a lot of them, is some of them, they'll be great. They'll hit the protein, hit the price, decent taste. But the way they're able to do that is they load it with fiber. Corn, and it's like corns. What is it? There's different types.
There's a bunch of different types.
We'll pull it up so we can tell you what to look for in the on the ingredient list. But some of them, if you eat a couple of them, it can leave you hurt. On the toilet. So
or it might just stop you up.
Yeah. For me, I'll eat protein bars when I'm traveling, so I end up having a lot at once and normally don't have them, and it would wreck me. So I personally tend to like pick ones that don't have a ton of fiber in them, because now if I only was eating like one a day, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I'm traveling, I'm going to pick them up, I'm going to be eating 2 to 4 of these a day for like a 4-day stretch, then I purposely look for ones that don't have all that insoluble fiber.
So you're right, they use a soluble corn fiber.
Yeah.
And I've never actually looked at that to see. And it's usually that, and then I'm looking at Quest bars, and then erythritol, so like a sugar alcohol.
Yeah.
Which those can, those are something else to look out for. They can upset your stomach.
Yeah.
It depends on you.
Because the way they work, like these sugar alcohols and stuff, is like your body can't digest them. Well, that's how fiber works, right? So it bypasses digestion and then you have like little gut bacteria that can feed on them, and then that can cause a lot of gas and stuff.
Yep.
So that's that.
Yeah.
All right.
So just be careful of the fiber.
So now we know. So let's start going through some protein bars. So we know you're at the store. So if this is all you want to listen to, look for protein bars that have 20-something grams of protein.
I would say at least 20.
Yep, at least 20. Some are going to have 18, and sometimes you might want to have 2 because, if you're like, so for example, me, I normally have 40 to 50 grams of protein a meal, eat 3 meals a day. So if I'm so I want to find 2 protein bars that give me about 40 grams of protein and can be about 500-600 calories between both of them to perfect. That's a meal replacement. It kind of keeps me on track with my normal stuff, and that's what I'm looking for, right? So some people might even be eating 2 at a time. And that's where like 18. So if I'm doing that, then 18 is fine. It gets me 36 grams of protein. If you're just having 1, maybe look for something
a little more.
But in the 20s somewhere. And then expect to pay anywhere from $2 to $4 from that.
Yep.
But the red flag is if you're paying $2 to $4 for a protein bar, I put protein in air quotes, that's like 7 grams of protein. Think of that as like, no, I need to get to 20, so that I actually would be paying $12 for this type of protein bar to get that.
And then even price aside, like now you're eating 3 protein bars that are 200 to 300 calories.
Yeah.
And that might just be more than you had planned for.
And then you may be like, well, that kind, and when we go through some of these, you may be like, it tastes way better. Well, yeah, because it's only 7 grams of protein, and it's 40 grams of carbs and 25 grams of fat. Guess what?
That's a Snickers.
It's a Snickers bar. I mean, how many grams of protein does a Snickers bar have? And that's what it ends up being like. A lot of these are just glorified candy bars that slapped protein on the label, and then you're paying way more.
Yep. I'm curious. I mean, what kind of protein we got in these bad boys? Nutrition. So Snickers has 4 grams of protein.
Yeah, so like most of them don't have much more than a Snickers bar.
And it's 280. Yeah, I've seen protein bars worse than this.
If you know me, you know I'm always on the run, up early and home late. So having a 3-hour morning routine isn't really in the cards for me. What is in the cards is AG1. It's a fast way to get vitamins and minerals I need to perform. I first gave AG1 a try because I wanted a single solution that helps support my entire body by filling in nutrient gaps and simplifying my morning routine. Since drinking AG1 daily, I've always felt strong and energized and ready to attack the day. Not only does AG1 deliver my daily dose of vitamins, minerals, pre- and probiotics, and more, it's a powerful, healthy habit that's also powerfully simple. It's 1 scoop mixed in water once a day and every day. I know that AG1 is giving my body high-quality nutrition. Every batch of AG1 goes through a rigorous testing process, so you know that it's safe. And AG1 ingredients are sourced for absorption, potency, and nutrition density. AG1 is a supplement that I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why I'm excited to welcome them as a new partner. Here is your chance to start every day this season with a gift to yourself. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/provengrit. That's drinkag1.com/provengrit. Check it out.
All right, so I got the Forbes one pulled up.
Yeah. We can go through these. Some other ones we can go through as well.
So some ones that you'll see everywhere are the pure protein bars. They have them at like Wawa. They have them at Target.
All over the place.
Pretty much everywhere.
Singles or boxes.
And these I'll grab. They're 20 grams of protein. They have like the chocolate kind of coatings. They normally try to mimic like a
they're kind of like a Milky Way,
like a
or
candy like candy bars.
I like these.
Cost per bar $1.41.
Yep. So it might be a little different than that, but overall, like that's one of the best values there is. And they taste good. They're not over, like they don't have that crazy artificial sweetener type taste.
Yeah.
So
they're solid. They're I would even call them a lot of times a go-to, especially if I'm somewhere. And I compare these, the pure protein, and then you have Quest bars, because both of those you almost see everywhere, but they are 2 different types.
2 completely different types.
Of as far as texture, taste, preference. I like both of them. I don't mind, but most people are, especially if you're going to probably have you're either going to love or hate one or the other if you're picky.
Yep.
Because whereas the pure proteins bars kind of mimic like candy bars, Quest bars are like their own. They're kind of like more like almost trying to be like a, I guess, cookie for lack of better words, or they're like a different texture.
Yeah, the textures. If you've had a Quest bar, you understand.
Yeah.
I don't know how to even explain that.
And Quest bars, let's see if we can get the stats.
What do you want to look up?
Just like the price. So, I mean, I know they're about 20.
So Quest
25
bars,
grams of protein.
I'm looking at Sam's Club right now. So for a 14 count, just a box, they're $1.76.
Yeah.
A piece.
So
they'll be close to $2.
$2.
Which is still a good deal, I think.
Yeah. So like I said, the pure protein Quest bars are going to be most common. You're going to see them everywhere. They're going to be the dairy based. They're going to be 20-ish grams of protein and anywhere from like $1 to $1.50 to $2 a bar. Right. So those are great go-tos. And another one I'll slide in there that you'll see everywhere that's kind of with those down is the One protein bars. Now the one bars, I like them. Some of the flavors,
they're bad.
They're very strong with the artificial sweetener. I had ones that I was like, I'll eat it because I'm trying to get the protein, but I would never. So there's really only like 2 flavors, but
what flavors do you like for them?
Let's see. I can probably remember the ones.
Did you have the birthday cake one?
The birthday cake, yeah, the birthday cake's good. But then I had like the maple donut.
Oh, dude, that one is awful.
And it was, yeah.
I think I took one bite of that. The one bars are not my choice. I would almost rather not eat.
Their flavors look amazing.
But then you try them and they're not that good.
And then they can just, be a bit of a... I click on their website. It takes me to Amazon.
That sounds about right. Yeah, the one bar... Now, the protein in them and all of that, like, it's solid. It just comes down to, do you like... or can you handle all that artificial sweetener taste?
Yeah, so blueberry cobbler.
Sounds great.
Yep, and that one is just way sweet. The birthday cake's all right.
Birthday cake is pretty sweet, too.
Cinnamon roll, glazed donut. They're just all right. Like I said, for price and you're getting that 20 grams of protein, if you're grabbing something, it's your only option. But, yeah, personally... And you know what? They do a good job with their packaging.
They do.
They put the real food on the package.
They're smart, dude.
So you see this like little bowl of blueberry cobbler and like slice of cake.
Yep.
And you're like, this is going to be good.
Yeah. This is going to taste just like this pumpkin pie.
But those 3 you'll see like any grocery store, convenience store, Target, Walmart, they have them. And like I said, you're going to get those aminos. You're going to get the 20 grams of protein. Price is going to be where you want. So, yeah, that's those. Now, where's one? Have you had these? Now, these cost way more. $3 a bar.
Which ones?
The no cow bars.
I literally just pulled those up.
Now, these are these like?
I don't think I've had one. They're vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now these I've seen a lot of that's probably why I haven't had one. So the vegan ones are always going to be like different texture.
Yeah, these
but I hear good things about them.
They don't look half bad,
and I see them everywhere.
They have a brown rice pea protein blend, perfect.
Yep.
Like we were talking about, you want those 2 to get that complete protein. They do have the corn fiber, just like the Quest bars do. So I would assume it's going to be a similar
probably not going to want to eat 3 of them in a day.
Yeah, nah.
Their flavors look good. They got s'mores, cookie and cream, birthday cake, chocolate chip cookie dough, peanut butter chocolate chip.
Blueberry cobbler.
Then you get a lemon meringue pie.
Oh, God, I love lemon.
Little raspberry truffle.
I'm a sucker.
Pumpkin pie and maple.
Yeah, 20 grams. They're 190 calories. That's great.
What are they rocking with? Do they have like a little sugar in there, or is it like artificial?
Sugar alcohol. So they have 7 grams of sugar alcohol.
But for the
no cow.
But for the sweetness, so do they like have sucralose or?
They use stevia.
Okay, so
okay, no, they use stevia, and then they have a sweetener blend, which is erythritol, stevia leaf, and monk fruit.
So yes, so that one you're probably going to want to buy one before you buy a box.
Yeah, don't eat like 2 at a time, 3 at a time.
All right. So that might be a good one to start with, vegan. Let's do a couple where we're going to have to bash.
Yeah, there's a couple we have to bring down a notch.
So I'm going to start with the RX protein bar.
Just do it. Yep.
Because I get so many people that recommend these. And first of all, so before we get to taste and flavor, they're $2 a bar, but they're 12 grams of protein. So I need 2 of them right off the jump.
So now we're talking 4.
We're talking 4. I've only had a couple flavors.
So are these? They are. The base of all of them is dates, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So they all have a similar flavor. Despite
they all
having different flavors.
They're quote unquote clean. So a lot of people like them because they're like clean, meaning
they have minimal ingredients. I think.
Yeah, they're all So yeah, like the sweetness comes from dates. So it's like the date, egg white, cashew, and then nuts. Basically, is what they are. I don't even so
like every one of them has that in it. Basically,
and essentially the protein is coming from the egg whites, so it's complete protein. Again, from honestly, like I like them. They're okay.
They just wouldn't
I
be
just
my
don't want to
choice.
pay that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so to me, like a 12, so it just gets into, you know, and you look at the macros, it's like 9, so basically 10 grams of fat, 23 grams of carbs, and then the 12 grams of protein. So if you have 2, and again, for me personally, I'm normally trying to have 40 to 50 grams of protein a meal. So
Same.
I would then want to have 4 of them if I'm trying to replace a meal.
Yeah. And that's 840 calories.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And then the cost on top of that.
Yeah. So then if I'm traveling, that's more calories than I want out of a little, because I'm just trying to get to where maybe I'm having I want most of my calories to go towards like a meal out. So it just, I very rarely would want like a bunch of my calories to come from protein bars.
Yeah.
Right. So that's like kind of defeats the purpose. I feel like the purpose is to get some protein in, and then you can enjoy your carbs and fats in other forms. So that's my problem with the RX bars, is they just end up being a lot of calories and then to me, like eating something that's just 200 calories and 12 grams of protein, like that's just a snack,
Bro,
right?
It ain't worth it.
So I would just have a handful of almonds for 200 calories or something, right? So that's my problem with these kind of nut-based bars. They're like way low in protein, and just have a handful of nuts if you're going to have those calories anyways, and you're not getting that much protein. And then if you are, like we said, you're going to have to eat like 3 or 4 of them. And then it just becomes to being I don't want to spend, you know,
what, $12 bucks, $15
yeah,
bucks?
so like what did we say it was? Yeah, $2 for what? So yeah, like $8. Now and at that point, $8, I'm just gonna get a go get something. On the go, a meal, like a freaking cheeseburger.
Get a Whopper.
40 calories, 40 grams of protein, 800 calories. I'm getting a cheeseburger, dude.
Yep. And it's going to be good. And like,
so, and it's funny, like these are the things you want to think about, right? I'm assuming you're getting these for, unless you just love it, go for it. But those are the things you want to start to weigh. And then so the cheeseburger wins in my book. Now that's getting the check mark for the taste. It's going to get the check mark for the price.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cheaper. $8 for 40 grams of protein and 800 calories, or $3 for a cheeseburger for the same thing.
No brainer.
So, okay, what's the other one that we want?
I mean, there's a couple. I got a couple for you.
So one that
go to the one that you want to do. I know where your heart is.
The old kind bar.
The kind bar.
So now this is where, okay, again, 12 grams of protein. If you're going to get a 12 grams of protein bar, get the RX bar.
Yeah.
Because these kind bars are awful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you had one?
I've had like the original bar, but I don't think I've had their protein bars.
They like crumble everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, and I'm sure there's some people out there that are like furious because they love them, but, you know, just 12 grams of protein. Like, what are we talking calorie wise? How much do they cost? Too.
They're not. I mean, they're cheaper than the RX bars.
Closer to like $1.50.
$1.50, but you need to eat 2 for a stand. So you're looking at $3. So more. You know, there's other protein bars you can get the same amount of protein for cheaper.
So 240 calories as well for 12 grams of protein. It's just not. It's not where I'm at, man.
Let's see, and the RX bars are going to be way better. And then these are like soy protein. Mm-hmm. The first ingredients are the nuts, like peanuts, almonds, glucose syrup, sugar. There's like chicory root fiber. So yeah, I mean the reality is they're like a little nut bar with some soy protein.
Yeah, which and all that is, and we know generally soy protein is just like pretty cheap, and that's just a very cheap way to add protein to something. So
they are. Well, let's see. Vegan, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that depends on how you feel about honey.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because it does have honey, so that's kind of like the hot topic.
Yeah.
Maybe
is that animal food, right?
So it's vegetarian, for sure.
Yeah.
But is it
plant-based?
Vegan? I don't know. That's up to you to decide.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, there's honey.
So, again... for me, RX bar, Kind bar falls into just like snack.
Yep, same category.
Like, it's not going to be a meal replacement. It's not enough protein. Like, if you like them, I guess eat them, factor them in. I would rather have like 82 other things.
Yeah.
So
there's I'm going to make this a two-parter, okay? Because there's two sides of this, and something that people look at as a protein bar that I don't think even is a Cliff Bar.
I gotta pull up, and I'll say this: the one that they're showing, the white chocolate macadamia nut, it's good.
It's good.
So Cliff Bars, I enjoy them.
They're good,
but they're basically like
they're a candy bar.
They're a candy bar.
So look, let's look at the reality.
And
here.
for what they're made for, that's fine.
They're made for
you're out all day and you're hiking, you're doing stuff. So yeah, like where we talk about normally, like I'm not trying to get my calories from protein bars. In theory, a Cliff Bar is like this is your source of food. You're trying to get to your calories for the day because you're out in nature doing nature things.
Yeah.
And you then want those carbs and fats.
Mm-hmm.
So they are very high. Now, in carbs, a basic Cliff Bar, they also have...
They have the Builder Bars.
The Builder Bars.
Which was going to be... That was the other side of my coin, which the Builder Bars aren't terrible.
No. Now, they're soy protein, I think. But they're like those crisps,
mm-hmm.
like the texture of them.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Builder Bars. They're good.
Yeah, I like them too.
The mint chocolate.
I'll even sometimes, if I'm, say, going on a trip and grabbing a bunch of protein bars, like I'll grab those. Like I'll
mm-hmm.
make the conscious choice to choose the Builder Bars because I enjoy...
Yep. I like them.
I enjoy them.
I know Whitney likes them too.
And they're like 20 grams of protein, right?
20, yeah. 20 grams of protein, 290 calories. So it's a little higher, but still not. Yeah. It's not going to break the bank.
Yeah. And if I'm, same thing, if I'm going like on a hike, I'm going to be out there all day, I'll do Cliff Bars too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They just, if your goal is like, hey, I need to hit this protein goal,
mm-hmm.
not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know? But again, there's a use for it. But yeah, Cliff Bars, 43 grams of carbs. 10 grams of protein. So protein's just real low on those. So just,
I mean, the reality is you would almost want, say you're having a little meal out, you would almost want like, and I would do this sometimes, like I'd have like a scoop of protein, drink
mm-hmm.
and pair it with a Cliff Bar to get the carbs and fats.
Yeah, so it's perfect.
So it's like 50 grams.
It's a well-rounded.
50 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
10, 15, 20 grams of fat. So it's like a decent little meal. Yeah, so that's where your Cliff Bars fall, and you can normally find them everywhere.
Yeah, Cliff Bars are everywhere.
The Luna bars, they fall into the same thing. There's Luna protein.
They still fall into the snack bar, in my opinion.
They're like 12 grams of protein. Yeah.
Never been a big fan of those.
There's so many bars now.
I mean, there's a million.
And this is what will happen, right? This is what we went to. Then, like, there's Nature Valley, but now they have Nature Valley protein.
So
they're like a little chewy,
crumble all over your whole house.
And they're like, those chewy granola bars, and then they slap protein on, and it's 10 grams per bar. And they probably just throw in like
just some cheap stuff, dude.
Trying to see. They won't even show you the label.
No, they don't. They're scared. They're afraid.
12 grams of fat. So right there, like,
Dang.
There's more fat than protein.
Yeah.
14 grams of carbs. So it's 200 calories. And, roasted peanuts, soy protein isolate. Yeah, so they threw in some. So it's basically a chewy bar, a nut bar with some soy protein.
God, I used to love chewy bars, dude. I could do the chocolate
dude. My
chip
parents
ones.
would get like the big box.
Dude,
do they even not? I feel like that's the only way to get them. Was in the box of like
those.
40,
Yep.
And I would probably whack back.
Dude, like 4 or 5 of those bad boys.
Just grab them every time you walk by the pantry.
Those are good. Like,
remember? Damn. Oh man,
those are one.
Isn't it funny you would think that they were like a health food because they had granola in them?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, a little chewy bar.
But they're just.
How do you think they hold up now?
Taste wise,
do you think you would go grab one and be like,
"Oh yeah, I'd eat like 7 of them."
Oh yeah, that's it. You get transported back to 1994.
All right, so
I think we need to cover my favorite protein bar.
Oh yeah, so let's get to our favorites. So like I said, normally in Quest bars would almost be my favorite, but I can't eat a ton of them at once, or really more than one, so they don't do me much good the way I eat protein bars. Like I said, when I'm traveling or on the go or need them for convenience, and we'll end up having a bunch in a day. And then, but I have landed on a bar that does not have the fibers.
I suppose it's the same bar.
It's everything. Is it the Bear Bells?
Bear Bells, baby.
So Alexis, she actually was going on a little family trip up to Jersey and asked for protein bars, so I went to Trader Joe's and got a box of Bear Bells.
What's your favorite flavor?
So I'll actually say this: the one of them I don't love. The others I love. My favorite's the chocolate cookie dough.
That one's good. Yeah.
The cookies and cream doesn't do it for me.
Dude, cookies and cream can be such a weird flavor for things, because when it tastes really artificial, it's awful, and it just doesn't do it. The caramel cashew is, I mean, it's basically like a Milky Way.
Yeah,
it's chocolate covered with caramel in the middle. It's
those two I go back and forth. Like if I'm eating the chocolate cookie dough, I'm like, this is my favorite. But if I'm eating the caramel cashew, I'm like, this is my favorite.
Your favorite, yeah.
I see here like the salty peanut.
So I think I had that, and it was okay.
They have a vegan one too.
Dude, okay, let me tell you a story about the vegan one. So we were traveling. Whitney and I went to the Southwest, right? We went to Arizona, and Whitney doesn't eat dairy, so she was like, "Can we get some like vegan protein bars?" And we saw Bear Bells had their vegan ones. I was like, "Well, I like their regular ones. We'll just get these." So I got a bunch of the vegan ones. I don't remember. It might have been the salty peanut flavor of the vegan one.
They only have one vegan flavor,
whatever
I think.
Flavor that is. So we probably got up 12, 14 of them. It was a long trip. And dude, I have like at least one a day. And there was a certain point where, for everybody listening, nothing really bothers me food wise, period. Like nothing like upsets my stomach, nothing. I had the worst pain in my stomach that I've ever had in my entire life.
That's not pain. That's
now you're just fishing, man. But it was awful. It was like, and I never get bloated, none of that. And those tore me up. It was like my stomach was going to explode. And I was in like extreme pain driving through Arizona, just trying not to die. So I'll never touch one of those ever again. Now, your mileage may vary with the vegan ones, but for me, they tasted fine, but they were not very friendly to me.
Yeah. And these Bear Bells, you can get them from Trader Joe's or Amazon. They're 20 grams of protein.
So they have them at Wawa now, too.
Oh, Wawa. 20 grams of protein, 200 calories, $2 a bar.
I mean, they're like, in my opinion, they check every box.
And they don't have all the fibers. So, yeah, here's the plant-based one. So, it's hazelnut nougat.
Nougat? I don't think it was that one.
And then they have salty peanut, cookies and cream, chocolate dough, and caramel cashew are the regular ones. Trying to pull up the list here because they basically, with the ingredient list, look at that little variety pack. They're on Amazon, $30 for 12.
Whoa.
They're more on Amazon.
What's this one right here? Caramel Choco?
Excuse me?
Have you seen that yet?
Excuse me? I have not.
Oh.
Is it like a whole different texture?
I don't know. Super soft and fluffy chocolate core topped with sweet caramel layer. You know what, though? It's only 16 grams of protein, though.
They're getting you. They're going for flavor. So the macros, most of them are like, this is why I like them. There's 7 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. So when I have 2, it's 40 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat. It's like
400 calories.
400
I mean,
calories. For a little small meal, that's
ideal,
right. That's right where I want to be.
Yeah. So we're both a big fan of them.
So say I'm out, I have 2 meals of those, so 4 of those. That's 800 calories. Say my maintenance is 2,500. I know I can go have a big dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like basically, the rest of my calories. And yeah, I mean, they're made of a milk protein blend. That's another reason I like them. They're a blend of
whey and casein, I think.
Whey and casein, which I like. They even have some collagen in them. which I did not know.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I just saw that.
So yeah, it's like it's literally like that's as high quality. It's casein, whey, and collagen. Nice little blend.
That's a really good blend.
And
some sugar, alcohol,
tapioca starch. So actually, that's what I like. If I had to pick when people use sweeteners, I like tapioca because it's like a glucose based sweetener. In a little sucralose at the end, but like theirs isn't overwhelming or nothing.
It's not at all. Like you actually, I wouldn't say.
I was surprised that they even had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that's where. Let me look at the cookies and cream. See if there's anything different.
The first ingredient, sucralose.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same.
Dude, cookies and cream is just a weird.
They got to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I've had cookies and cream from them. I don't normally go for that flavor, so.
Yeah, so those are my current favorite, and everyone I've put onto them. Or actually, I mean, either you or Diego. I don't know who I would give the credit to. Yeah, it was one of us.
I can't remember who it was.
To where I go out at like when I know I'm going to travel or need protein bars, I'll go. I don't go to Trader Joe's. It's kind of I just get everything else somewhere else, and it's not close. But I'll go out of my way to go to the Trader Joe's to grab these bars.
Well, now, hey, they're at Wawa, so if you need it,
they probably cost more there though, right?
I think they're
got to be at least
$2.50.
Yeah, see, dude,
maybe even closer to $3.
Yeah.
So
Trader Joe's, I think they're like $1.80.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I almost feel like every time I get them,
they're cheaper.
That they messed up, like that this is wrong. Because most,
like, damn, I steal from them.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on this site that has the ultimate protein bar taste test, and they have them ranked, and I believe in this ranking because they had Bear Bells on there. So I'm like, they know what they're talking about.
What number are they?
So now this is where I want to dive into some of the ones I haven't had that they have on this ranking list. So they have a best overall, which I won't tell you yet, or we'll get into. And then the 3 honorable mentions for best overall, the first one is Bear Bells. So it's basically like second. So that's how I know that this website is legit.
Okay.
And then the other honorable mentions are, I've not had this one, Go Macro.
You know, I've seen those, but
the macro bar.
I'm going to be honest, by looking at it, I don't think I would like it.
It's 16 grams of protein, right? So it's no man land where I'm going to have 2. And they're only
higher on the calories.
I'll say this, though. They're only $1 each, but yeah, they're almost.
Oh, then wait. Oh, yeah, they are.
They're double the calories. Are you looking on Home and Kind?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if I'm not necessarily trying to like conserve calories for like a real meal, but yeah, those numbers, the protein and calorie numbers for me are just gonna make it a no-go. And yeah, they're gonna taste better. Look, anything that has lower protein and higher calories, that's another thing to remember. It's gonna taste better because that's how anything that tastes amazing is, right?
That's the flavor.
Okay, so these ones I have had and like. To me, it tastes just as good, basically, as a candy bar. The Robert Irvine Fit Crunch.
Dude, those are good.
I mean, to me, it's just a candy bar. Now, this one shows 16.
You know, I thought they were higher than that.
They have a version that's like 30.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one that I've had. And that one's good, though. And it's higher in calories. What's it? Probably close to 300 calories, or maybe a little more.
But for 30 grams of protein.
It's not bad. Yeah. And it's like a pretty big bar, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a small
And I'm telling you, it's like a Snickers bar.
Yeah. No, I really like it.
This other one's throwing me off. They have one here. I've never heard of it. Built Puffs. But you know what's throwing me off? Official protein bar of NASCAR.
How did that happen? Why are Puffs the official protein bar of NASCAR?
17 grams of protein, 140 calories.
That's actually not terrible if we're being real. I can't see anything else about it, but why?
Oh, you know what? And you know what? You see the category these are under? Best candy bar like protein bar is the Fit Crunch.
That makes sense. So yeah.
So that was my experience as well.
Yeah.
If you're just like, you know what, I can't stand the taste of protein bars, I would say try the Robert Irvine Fit Crunch.
Yeah, those you can get at most gas stations.
It tastes like a candy bar.
So I've never had a Built Bar.
So
the Puffs aside, the Built Bar itself I've never had.
I have not either.
I don't think.
I think I've heard good things from them. The flavors look kind of cool. They look like what kind of candy bar do they look like? You see the picture with the bags open? They look like something familiar.
Just look like a candy bar.
They look interesting. Like, I'm going to try them.
Maybe Whitney got those once and didn't like them.
They're 20.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about these. So then number 7.
Oh, these are the sleeper.
If you're like budget conscious,
and you got that Costco membership,
they have the Kirkland protein bars.
Bro, I used to go through a lot of these.
And they come out, they're basically like knockoff Quest bars.
I think they're better, in my opinion.
Yeah. I could maybe go with that. You know, you get less flavor options, but they're basically knockoff Quest bars. They're going to be like 20 grams of protein, 25 grams of protein, and they work out to like, is it less than $1? Oh, now seeing the packaging, I'm getting some nostalgia.
Yeah, so on here it says $1. We'll go with $1 a bar.
Yeah, they're like $1 a bar.
So you're talking $1 for 21 grams of protein.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the best
than
value.
200 calories.
Yeah.
I mean, that value. They only have chocolate chip cookie dough and brownie, chocolate brownie. Both of them are good though.
Yep.
So if you have a Costco membership, those are like solid.
Then they have number 8.
Aloha,
about 14 grams of protein and 250 calories. So
now we're getting into candy bar territory.
The macros aren't going to do it.
And then RX.
You know my problem with something like this too, and maybe this is the thing, and like Aloha, and they have this tropical theme. Is every bar going to taste like coconut?
Yeah, is it all tropical?
Like what's making it Aloha? Oh, they're plant based, so they might actually. They probably have. Here, let me go to their website.
I've seen those plenty too.
Dude, you know what the ones I want to try? I've heard good reviews on. He's like has an Instagram account and he makes like the food and the meals.
Flexible dieting lifestyle guy.
Yeah.
We were gonna get some. He sells out so quick.
Yeah.
Every single time.
And like the way he described them was like everything the knock we've had on bars. Mm-hmm. And we
should try to get a box of them.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Let's see.
What do we got?
They got drinks and powders. Yeah. And
do you prefer a bar or a drink? This podcast topic aside, what would you rather have?
I'll be honest, like I just prefer food. So then when it comes down to it, so I'm doing protein for convenience. Then I actually prefer protein powder mixed into food would be number 2. So like protein powder and oats, protein powder and stuff. So then when it got down to it, a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like. I prefer eating versus.
See, I don't mind drinking it.
No,
it can't be the only thing I have though.
If I very rarely would just drink protein, and if I did, then I'd prefer like a smoothie with protein in it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, bar. I could just
down an RTD any day of the week.
See, that for me, then it just leaves me like I need to chew.
If I do that, I'll usually have food with it.
I'll pair it with some fruit or something.
But I don't like. Yeah, I've tried like protein powder in my oatmeal, and there's just a weird aftertaste. Maybe it's like heated up protein powder that I just cannot eat, dude.
I don't know, man.
I've tried it. It's not for me.
Protein.
So I'll eat oatmeal and then maybe have a protein shake with it, and that works.
Here we go. So the Aloha bars, protein blend, rice protein, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed butter, tapioca fiber, tapioca syrup, chocolate chips, brown sugar. These would taste good. I guarantee you that. Brown sugar, cacao nibs, brown rice crisps. That's one of my favorite ingredients.
Mm-hmm. I love those crisps.
I like the crisps. Vanilla extract, sea salt. Yes, so they don't have artificial sweetening, so they probably taste good.
Yeah.
The protein's a little low, and the carbs are a little high relatively. If someone gave me one, I would eat it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But that's not going to be my choice.
Yeah.
I would have saw the 14 and been like, that's not worth it.
And then number 9, they have RX bar.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, tastes good, but we went into the negatives for that.
Yeah. Kind bar number 10. So this is a regular Kind bar, not their protein bar. 6 grams of protein, 180 calories.
Just give me a Snickers bar.
So, I mean...
How many calories is a Snickers bar?
280.
So 100 calories more for about the same amount of protein. All right, so then they're overall, so they're about right? They're the bottom of their list were the ones we bashed, and the top was
the ones we liked.
Again, honorable mention for best overall was the Bear Bells, and then they're right behind that was the Fit Crunch bar. Oh wait, so then was the Brownie Batter Built Puffs bar.
Yeah.
But they're number one overall, and I've not had it, is the G2G bars.
Yeah, dude, maybe for taste, but if you look at it, it's 18 grams of protein, 300 calories. So a little on the high side, especially if you need to have,
it's pushing it.
If you need to have more than one.
Yeah, I have two of them, 600 calories. So, I mean, it's a little, I'm going to assume they don't have artificial sweeteners if they're up there. So they're peanut butter. So they're definitely made of peanut butter because every flavor is peanut butter. Peanut butter chocolate chip, peanut butter coconut chocolate, peanut butter banana chocolate, peanut butter and jelly, and then almond chocolate chip, almond coconut. So this is why they're higher in calories, because they're going to be nut based.
Yeah.
Almond oatmeal. Yeah, they look like they're going to be too clean for me.
And then you look at, I didn't even see the one they're tied with is the Perfect bars. Those are made with peanut butter too. I've had those. Have you had those? Whitney and I were curious and we tried it.
No, I've seen them.
I didn't like it. It wasn't good.
Let's look at the
not a fan.
300 grams, 18 grams of protein. Oh, they're refrigerated.
Oh.
So that means they're not going to be convenient.
Yeah.
Ground peanut butter is the number one ingredient. Then whey protein isolate. So essentially it's like
peanut
butter and protein.
And they just mash it into a bar.
Yeah, and then honey, brown rice syrup. So it's essentially peanut butter, protein, and a sweetener.
Yeah.
So, cleaner.
The Perfect bars.
They're probably expensive, right? 8 for 22.
So the G2Gs are $3 a piece.
Yeah. So that Bear Bell, I'm going with that Bear Bell.
I mean, Bear Bell is, it checks every box that there is. So convenient, good price.
I'm trying to see if there's anything out here we're missing that we have that
I don't
could top it.
I think there's anything that's really going to do that.
For the combination of taste, price, and the macros.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the one.
Bear Bell wins. If you haven't had them, you can buy individual ones at Trader Joe's, or you can buy a box, but you don't have to buy a whole box if you just want to try them. So, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, just go swipe a couple.
Mm-hmm.
See how they are. Hey, can't you try stuff at Trader Joe's? Just walk in and be like, hey, can I try this bar?
Probably.
And just take a bite. They'll do it, man. They're super chill.
And you can tell, like, they're at the register, they're trained to, like, ask you questions. Because at first, they always ask you stuff, and you're like, what do you like to use this ingredient with?
Mm-hmm. What are you planning on cooking?
Yeah. I'm like, back off, man.
Yeah, hey, don't get too involved in my life. Jeez.
Mm-mm-mm.
Sometimes they catch me off guard.
Yeah, and you know what? And again, it popped up again, like, don't sleep on those pure protein bars, man.
Oh, yeah, pure protein,
I feel like that's the first.
So, pure protein and Bear Bells are going to be those are my go-tos, especially like if I'm traveling. Does pure protein have vegan bars too?
I don't know.
I can't remember if they do.
Those Robert Irvine. He had to make them good. You knew they were going to be good. He didn't put his name on there.
You seen those biceps?
The No Cow seems to be the most popular vegan bar.
Yeah.
The No Cow bar.
I'll try one of those. We should get one and try it. Pure protein. I don't think they have a vegan bar.
Pure protein, like, I wish I could go in and help them redo their, like, they have that, like, it makes it look like a diet.
It does.
Like
Slim Fast?
Slim Fast food.
It does. Like, they need to do a better job.
They need to take notes from One.
Make it attractive.
Yeah. One has the best packaging.
Yeah, they do. Yes, I don't think Pure Protein's got it.
Oh, wait. And then I say that. Look. It looks like...
I changed it. I just saw a new packaging.
You did too? Yeah, look. You see it?
Yeah. No, I got it up right here.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a one bar.
On their website?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way better. And they changed the font and everything.
Dude, it does. Dude, that looks just like, kind of like the one bar.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
But still, they're actually putting the bar on there, though.
Yeah, you need to just have
they have the cut open bar on there, whereas the one bar...
This is just the ingredient.
...has the actual food that is
The
trying the
donut
flavor. Yeah,
or the birthday
but
cake.
see, that's a little misleading.
Yeah, I don't mind this though.
I like this where you can see like the texture basically that you're getting into.
Yeah,
And again, 20 grams
it's
of protein.
way more appealing. This is smart.
Isn't it? That's funny, dude. So their flavors are. So again, the negative to Bear Bells is they're not everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're actually not even an American company.
Really?
Yeah, they're from some, and it's like a country that you're like, huh.
That doesn't make
I
sense.
don't even
but
know.
okay.
Like, let's see.
Oh man.
See if you can find that. It might be on their website. So the flavors of pure protein, which again are going to be a good combo of price, availability, taste, macros. I got too many tabs open.
Mm-hmm. Is there such thing as too many tabs? Hey, they're in Stockholm,
Yeah.
which is in Sweden, I believe.
Those Swedes they know how to make protein bars.
Let me make sure, man. I don't want to have someone.
So the pure protein, they got a bunch of
Sweden.
flavors, right? You should be able to find something. Chocolate, peanut, caramel,
They have something for everybody, I think.
chewy chocolate chip, lemon cake.
I don't think I've had a bad flavor from them either. Where I had it and I was like, not good.
That caramel, almond, sea salt, nut. Like, do they have to throw that nut in there?
They got it, dude. Got to throw it in. Hey, but, you got to be careful with the nut, though.
Because almond's already in there.
Bro, but it's only 10 grams of protein. It's like a kind bar.
If you already have almond, the nut bar I'm looking at? Yeah, so this is their nut bar. Caramel, almond, sea salt, nut. Almonds are already in the name. Now, I'm going to pull it up. If they have another nut in the bar that's not an almond, it's warranted.
What they got? They don't. Dude, bro, it's just almond.
They're just trolling us.
They just want it. They want to say nut
So
bad.
yeah, nut bars, candy bar bites. Those are only 5 grams. Maybe they're 5 grams of protein per bite.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring those up. Let's see. So, one serving. Hey, serving size is one bite. No, it's just the
So how many bites are in there?
one.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, it's like a little teeny
it's a
one,
little, I think it's just a little guy.
like you would give away for Halloween.
But it's 80 calories for 5 grams of protein.
So what's 80 times 5 to get?
That's 320. Or 80 times 5, that's 400.
Yeah, so 400 calories. That's where they get you. That you see the smaller. You just look at the label and see 80 calories, but the reality is like they really just made it taste way better, probably for people who won't eat regular protein bars. So again, good thing we fleshed that out. You got to go with the basic pure protein bars, not the little nut bars, not the bites.
What about these cheddar cheesy protein?
You know what my favorite
crackers?
is? My favorite pure protein bar?
What is it?
That chewy chocolate chip.
You always go for chocolate chip. You're a cookie dough guy. I don't think I've had that one. Dude, the chocolate caramel.
The chocolate salted caramel,
Dude,
yeah.
that's my jam.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
The lemon cake, have you had that one?
I haven't had it. I don't think I've seen it yet, but I would get it if I saw it.
That's cookies and cream, man. I'm going to have to try it. I don't trust it.
Like, it can be good, and I want it to be good, but sometimes they just miss.
And birthday cake. So, yeah, they got basic flavors. And then now they got these popped protein
That's what I'm looking at.
chips things. Like, they almost look like rice cakes.
Hey, so I'm looking at these. They're like Cheez-Its. They're like protein Cheez-Its. They're a whole bag.
Is this pure protein?
Yeah. 100. They got a snack.
Where they at?
Go to the top, man. Click on the snack tab.
Okay, snacks.
160 calories.
Oh,
Right?
my goodness. These cheap.
12 grams of protein, which, if I'm being honest, like, isn't that bad?
If you're gonna snack, if you're gonna whack back some chips, look,
Yeah.
you see the puffs,
Let me check those.
the nacho cheese puffs.
Ooh, yeah. What are we looking at?
They even got they got the white cheddar cheesy crackers.
You know, I never thought I liked white cheddar, but I really do. Hey, you know what? Man, I never thought I'd say this. These pure protein puffs are 130 calories, 18 grams of protein.
Woo.
And they are milk protein ice. I'm guessing it's whey protein.
You see the other flavor,
Nah, what is it?
the puffs.
Brick oven pizza. Dude, those puffs
Hey,
are not bad.
I can picture you gaming tonight.
Bro, just
Bag of brick oven pizza protein
4
puffs.
bags of puffs. Let's see let me see if the macros are good on this one. 130 calories. Yeah, 18 grams of protein.
Is that in a bag? The whole bag?
That's one
one
bag.
bag. How much is a bag? So compared to, I'm trying to like.
How much does it cost?
Yeah. So it's $21 for
6 count. So like $5 a piece. No.
$350.
350.
Yeah, $350.
It's not.
No, $3.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 18. Yeah, a little over 3.
I don't know that you could buy those anywhere aside from online.
So $3 for 20
But hey, look,
grams of protein.
If you're trying
so it's
to
like
make
a really expensive protein
if
bar.
you're trying to make a better choice when you're eating your
But my
Chippies.
problem with like chips is like, who can just eat one little bag?
I know. I would want 4 bags, which
But their food. It's an example of food processing. Like the demand is there, so they're making. I mean, it would be better. You're not going to eat as much and a way higher percentage as protein. So
versus a regular.
And
bag
it costs
of chips.
more, so maybe you just won't eat as much because you're not going to spend as much.
Yeah, so that could be a decent thing. Yeah, I'm actually impressed by that. I want to try those.
Damn, and they need some. Look how they spelled barbecue, hickory, BQ,
BQ.
pop chips.
I don't like that. That makes me feel weird.
I think it's a typo because on the bag it says barbecue. But yeah, there we go. So that's where our recommendations are.
Yeah.
If you don't care, if you just like some of these things, let it
do
be
whatever you want.
But if you're looking to maximize everything, you're looking for that 20 somewhere with the 20 grams of protein, 25 grams of protein, $2 to $3 per serving of
Those
that.
are our pick.
We're going with pure protein,
Bear
Bells, Quest Bar.
I haven't had a no-cal, but that would be
No-cal for vegan.
a vegan option. And we should try those just so we have an opinion.
Yeah, and you want to avoid these like nut, snacky, trail mixy bars.
Yeah.
So like your
kind bars.
Your kind bars, like we said, the RX bars get in that territory where the protein's lower, the calories are higher, right? So it starts to, I'm assuming you're eating protein bar for convenience and to get your protein up. So if it comes with a bunch of extra calories, like, do you really want your calories to be spent on protein bars? Probably not.
Yeah.
Right? I would rather have as lean as a possible protein bar, so meaning most of it's just protein, and I can fill the calories with other things like fruit or
That's what I like
whatever,
to do.
regular chips.
Yeah.
And honestly, what's funny? This is what I'd rather do with a lot of these chip things. I would rather just have regular chips and then have a protein shake with it to get the
I knew you were
protein.
gonna say that.
It's like way cheaper that way.
Yeah.
But to each their own. So there we have it. Hopefully that's helpful. I think we covered everything.
We covered most of it. I mean, that's it. I think we found.
I think that will help you. Ultimately, if you're at the store and you're like, what do I grab? Hopefully you'll remember. Take some notes.
Yep, help you. And at least help you make a choice. They might not have those specific bars, but you can maybe look at a couple and make a better informed decision on what you're actually going to be getting.
Yeah. So there we have it. If you have any questions or something we missed, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know your favorite protein bar.
Yeah, holla at us.
We'll get a poll, see how close we were, see if we bashed something you love.
We probably did. It's okay.
See if we love something that
we can take the heat
that you want to bash. And that's that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
All right, we'll see you next time.
As always, thanks for listening, guys. If you want to learn more, check us out at coastalfitnessva.com or garydeagle.com. We'll see you next time.